Hi everyone, this is Neel Raithatha, consultant audiologist and director of Clearwax. Thank you for joining me in my latest video using the iClearScope endoscope. And this is of a patient who attended with bilateral, fully occluding earwax. This is their left ear on screen, you're seeing at the moment, and this plug came out in one single piece. So it's just slowly coming around the first and second bend. And it's quite a sizable piece. We're going to go back in with a curette and just mop up near the entrance. But they've got a nice, healthy textbook eardrum. So this video was recorded prior to Christmas and probably be uploading it after Christmas. So just hoping everyone had a lovely last few days and you're looking forward to the new year. So here's the curette, just scooping up some surface wax. We're not trying to clean every little last speck of wax out. Wax is actually healthy for the ear, so if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that there are some health benefits associated with earwax. Earwax is mildly acidic, and the acidity helps to inhibit harmful bacterial growth. Also acts as a natural insect repellent, believe it or not, although it's not been that effective recently if you've been watching my channel. Earwax is also full of lipids, cholesterol, so it's a natural moisturizer for the skin in the ear, so it prevents it from drying and cracking, and it helps the underlying skin retain its internal moisture. And earwax is sticky by nature, as you can probably tell in this ear more so than their left side. So this is their patient's right side. So this wax is a lot darker, so it looks like it's been there for a bit longer. It's oxidized, it's a bit matted. And when wax is sticky, any dust or dirt that enters the ear, it sticks to the surface of the wax. And in the majority of us, earwax naturally comes out of the ear. And I would say between 90 to 95% of the population. There is probably some cultural differences around the world. I've recently been to Australia twice, and again, it's a small sample size, but I did see quite a few ears there, but they're generally a lot more narrow and bendier in Australia, and part of that could be due to the fact that most of the big cities are on the coast, so a lot of people go into the cold ocean water, and they can develop what we call exostosis, also known as surface ear. When you get cold water into the ear, or also cold air, but more so cold water, it initiates specialized bone cells living on the surface of the bone called osteoblasts, and they produce basically new bone. And you generally, with surface ear, you get 3 bony spurs developing, one around the roof of the ear canal around 12 o'clock, and then one at, say, 4 and 7 o'clock. There is some variations there, but that's your typical formation of these bony spurs that occur in the ear. So yeah, in Australia, I saw a lot of people with earwax. We were obviously examining people that were working at the conference halls that we hired. So they weren't specifically coming because they've got earwax. We invited them to examine their ears, and there's a high percentage. So just put some medical grade olive oil. I also used the curette here. It did remove some of the wax, but it dissected some of it and kind of smeared the rest of it against the floor of the ear canal. So just going back in with the suction. This piece is a bit drier, so I'm just getting it from the tail end here. I'm going to lift it up. So you can see there's loads of hairs there, and that makes it more difficult to get grip. But we're slowly now going to bring it forwards. And there is another couple of pieces in the ear, I believe, after I move this initial plug. Quite hairy ears at the entrance. Now, we all have these ears, and ironically, when I upload pediatric cases, sometimes people don't believe it's a pediatric case because of how much hair there is, but that's quite normal. And because with children's ears, the circumference, if you like, the diameter is narrower, the hairs are kind of the same length as adult hairs, but because it's a smaller circumference, they look probably longer in comparison to obviously the size of the ear, hence why people sometimes get thrown by that. But no, children have loads of hairs. We all do, in the outer third. As men get older, generally have more hairs and they get thicker. So this is a residual piece. This is stuck in the anterior recess. It's quite dry. So I'm just going to the back. I'm just going to release this plug. So I'm just trying to lift it from left to right, but it wasn't budging. So I've gone to the midsection, giving it a little wriggle because this is on the patient's eardrum, the right-hand side of it. And we've just freed it off the eardrum, out of the anterior recess, out of the ear. A nice healthy eardrum. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. Take care, keep well, speak soon. Bye.